Welcome back as we now look at what's happening out in German football with Shane McGregor, who returns. Keep in mind, Bayern Munich had, lost their way a bit over the last two games in as far as the Bundesliga, not winning in two, and out of those two, of course, drawing one and losing one. Shane, let's talk about Munich. They kick off later this afternoon against St. Pauli, where they'll be hoping to get back to winning ways, of course.
Yeah, obviously, and the break came at the right time, as did for Liverpool,
Yeah.
So both of them had top of the table, both of them came into defeats. Yeah, it's a good break. It's a good time for them to have their break. I think that they should get the job done against St. Pauli, especially at home, and Kane's been in goal-scoring form again, as we've seen. So, yeah, I think they'll get the job done then and keep, the lead ahead, away forward, should I say. So, yeah, I can't see anything but a victory for Bayern.
There's also some interesting football to catch in the race for the top four.
Yeah.
But some lovely fixtures just for the neutrals here. Frankfurt, of course, they're up against Stuttgart. It should be a mouth-watering encounter there.
Going to be a great game,
Yeah.
and I hope it's not going to be a normal draw, but I can't see that. We don't have too many of that in the German league. This is vital, for those top spots in the league. This one, and if you look at it, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, something like a 3-2 or 2-2. I'm leaning towards the home team, so I'm going to go a 2-1 or 3-2 there.
Important that they, of course, put together some consecutive wins, considering Mainz is equal on points to them and just ahead of them on goal difference, but they're up against Borussia Dortmund to Mainz, and they're the away side in this fixture.
We know about them when they play away from home.
Yeah.
Just their away form. So that'll be a plus in their favour. Dortmund has been one of those teams this year, have been very disappointing, but they have got a couple of results along the way. For me, Mainz away from home again, they love that. I don't know what it is about them. I think maybe it's because of the pressure of the home fans, whatever it is. So that could be it. But they have been tremendous on the road of late, especially over the last few months. So I'm going to look towards them, towards a victory over Borussia. And I know people will say to me, but Dortmund are a big team. Yeah, but they haven't been playing as a big team this season. So
they're running the risk of losing three on the trot if they do lose this match. So form is an important factor here.
Big important factor. Yeah. And as I say, the away form has been brilliant. The only thing that worries me is that break. That break came at the wrong time for them, for Mainz, that is. So that's the only thing. But I would go for away victory, and I think the odds are going to be good in that one.
Well, let's just talk in this case of Mainz themselves. They have, not lost in their last five, winning 4 of those last 5, and drawing their last match going into the national break. So they themselves are trying to bounce back into winning ways, yeah?
Yeah, but when you're in that kind of form, there's nothing wrong with that. It's, they've been doing what they've had to do, and as I say, their away form has been tremendous. So you can't be looking past them in this one.
So it should make for an interesting game. Another that is of interest is Borussia Mönchengladbach against Leipzig, who are trying to get into that top 4 race as well.
Yeah, Leipzig have also been disappointing this season. If you look at their form and the way they've been going, they're normally a top 2, top 3 team, and they've been struggling to get in there. Though they have picked up in the last few games, Mönchengladbach are one of those teams that you catch them on their day, you're going to be in trouble. I just feel that Leipzig have got more to play for. Mönchengladbach, not that much to play for. So I'm going to go the Leipzig away victory.
So keep in mind, Leipzig are just 3 points away from a top 4 spot. So much to play for them in trying to get that motivation to get over the line and pick up the 3 points. It'll be interesting to see how things pan out this weekend. We say thank you to Shane McGregor, and the special part of the show we promised you with that special interview with a member of the once called CBD out at Mamelodi Sundowns. That, of course, is Keagan Dolly, who will be joining us shortly. Well, it's the moment we promised you right here on Game On, the special guest that we do have for you, of course, someone who was part of a trio that was known as the CBD back in the day. My goodness, did they not blow our minds away? Of course, one of the stars of South African football, Keagan Dolly. Keagan, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Quick, fast, and Jay, how many languages do you speak?
I speak 5.
5?
5.
That's local?
Locally.
Yeah.
A little bit of French. I can have a conversation.
Yeah.
But it's very complicated.
Sure.
Very,
All right. No, I just had to check because once I saw a thing with you just switching up the languages. I was like, wow, hey. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so with the other languages, it's just the greetings that I know.
Yeah.
I think I have a good ear for languages.
Yeah.
So once I hear something, I don't forget.
Sure.
So I think that that helped me a lot, in the football world.
Let's talk about the football world. Amongst many stars and legends in South African football, started their football at the School of Excellence.
Yeah.
You're one of those.
Yeah.
How important was the School of Excellence in setting you up?
I think it was very important, because you live, you eat, you sleep football at the school, and that's all we want to do,
Yeah.
I think also going to the school, you meet people from different backgrounds, different cultures, and it grows you as a player, as a person. You need to get out of your comfort zone, and I think the school helped me with that as well. And just getting used to being on my own, away from home at the boarding school.
Yeah.
It kind of paved the way for better things in life.
Yeah, sure. And then your career then saw you, of course, as part of Sundowns, then move on to Ajax Cape Town. I want to talk about your time in Cape Town and how important that was, that first professional experience in setting you up for the Keagan Dolly we know today.
Yeah, I think most of the teams I played for since academy days, it was always 3 years. Mm-hmm. I was at the school for 3 years. I left 2008. I joined the Sundowns Academy. Spent 3 years there as well. Mm-hmm. And I saw the opportunity to join Ajax Cape Town, just because of what they believed in. They really gave the youngsters opportunities to showcase their talent, professionally. And once they came knocking, we decided that I have better chances of playing first team football in Cape Town than playing for Sundowns, and I think that was one of the best decisions I made for my career. Because I remember getting there, the likes of Matthew Booth, Terre Fontaine, Brent Karls, experienced players, and they really took me under their wing and they helped me. I remember we played our first game against Manchester United when they came down to Cape Town, and I started the game.
Yeah.
And I think after that, everything just went in the right direction for me.
And the direction it took you to was being a part of the legendary CBD.
Yeah.
Now, when you first heard that, what were your thoughts? And how far do you think you guys could take it as a group there?
Funny enough, the partnership with Pauli had started at Ajax.
Yeah.
So when I got there, I met him there and he was already shining, And I played 2 seasons with him. So we already had that understanding of each other, how he makes his runs, how I need to pass him. So when we got to Sundowns, this is before Castro even joined. It was just a thing that happened at training, We started clicking, even though Castro didn't understand English, but we understood the way he played and how he wanted us to pass him the ball.
Yeah.
And I think that helped us a lot. And obviously with our teammates that we had at the time, Sompo Kekana, all these experienced players that understood if they give us the freedom to attack, we will create something for the team, and I think that helped us a lot.
I asked that because you've since gone abroad, come back, and here you are with Galaxy now. You guys are in the top 4 fight.
Yeah.
Many people didn't see you guys at the first half of the season as being a part of the top 4 fight, but the joys of that is that now you're an experienced player with so much experience, even in Europe, under your belt. And obviously, the club is looking to get into CAF Club competition or CAF Confederations Cup. How important is it for you to be able to lead the youngsters, knowing the journey that still lies ahead in the Confederations Cup and the travels on the continent?
Yeah, look, with TS, we started the season off slow. We were, I think, bottom with 2 points when I joined the club. The new coach took over, and we set targets as a team, as the club. We just need to get out of that spot. But we also said we need to take it each game as it comes and not look too far ahead. So we started working on ourselves, trying to play better football, understanding each other, understanding what the coach wants from us, and just learning what qualities we have as a team. And once we started focusing on ourselves, taking each game as it comes, we started winning games. I think we went 11 or 12 games unbeaten.
Yeah.
And for us as players, we didn't even look at it like that. We just wanted to win each and every game. And at the end, we saw ourselves sitting 3rd before Stellenbosch played, and we went 4th. And now we're sitting so high up on the table, we can set our goals higher, and that's what we want to achieve. We want to go to CAF, because I always tell them that these major tournaments, you know, this is where you get your opportunities to go abroad, because there's a lot of people watching the CAF Champions League, the Confed Cup. So I always, you know, try to motivate them to say that these are the type of tournaments that you have to play in order to you know, expose yourself and, you know, give yourself a good opportunity to go abroad.
Can I tell you what, for those of us that have watched you play and still enjoy watching you play, thank you so much for giving all you have to the South African game, and thank you so much for joining us on Game On. Yeah?
Thank you so much for having me.
Sure, Bob.
Sure.
It's okay. Thank you so much to Keagan Dolly for that informative interview. And we'd also like to thank Jerry Skosana, not forgetting Shane McGregor as well, as you at home, for taking the time to join us for yet another episode of Game On. From myself, Susan Mapena, and the rest of the team behind the scenes. We'll see you next week. Click, click, bang.